So that, you know, people just don't think. They don't really have any foresight, insight to think about these things.
Yeah.
Like this, everything is real. The NFT is real, just like a thought is real. I am a huge fan of Kanye West.
Yeah.
His music,
Love it.
and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into his personal life and his
Yeah.
political view. I don't care. I'm not. He wasn't introduced to me as a political pundit.
Right.
I don't care about that. I don't care what. He's free to think whatever he want to think and vote whatever. I don't care. People can't separate like they like somebody, attach themselves to somebody. So everything that person is on, they got to be on right now.
Yo, what's good? Stu here, Stu TV. I cover all things blockchain, metaverse, crypto, NFTs, all money making opportunities in the space. Just making this quick video and actually just doing a reaction video just in terms of like any news or just, you know, different celebrities might give their opinions or like influencers or people from different industries just giving their opinion on NFTs in the Web3 space. It's a series I'm going to just continue to do. I know my last video was like a video of Andrew Tate. So I'm just going to go ahead and just make this video and just give a reaction, just watching this. And just for those watching, you know, drop comments below if you find like a video of an influencer in a different industry or celebrity or just whoever it might be. You know, send that if they have any opinions and thoughts about Web3, and I'll give my analysis or my initial reaction to that. But anyway, just getting into this particular video, just going in with Mike Rashid. I know Mike Rashid, he is a fitness guru and he has a large influence in the fitness industry. So I know just in my past in terms of something I need to get more into, but I was really heavy in the health and wellness in terms of that. Different people like Chris Jones with Pump Changers, you got Brandon Carter, you got Elliot Host, you got a host among others. Even the one guy that went out and did the pranks, I forget his name. Yeah, just a lot of people in that fitness industry. I only name like a couple names. There's like a plethora of just so many people that got just a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, with Mike Rashid, just doing the video, just talking about the value of NFTs and what he sees. Well, let's get straight into the video and I'll just give my initial thoughts. But let's go.
And this is high level conversation.
So me working on this new NFT drop, right? So I'm like, all right, this is going to be a big project. So I'm pulling people in, right? And one of my boys, he is a coder. He's an engineer for Meta, for Facebook, but he's about to go do his own thing. But he's going to come on board with me because he writes algorithms, right? Mm-hmm. So what he does is very technical, math type shit, whatever. But as I'm telling him the story of the guys, eyes light up like, yeah, man, I want to be a part of that. So the same with the artist that I'm using, right? This dude's wildly intelligent, but he just do regular shit. You know what I mean? Because that's how he makes money. So here it is now. We live in a world, in a space to where this is human evolution at its finest. Remember I said earlier, what separated us from other human species and allowed us to thrive was us having the ability to come up with abstract concepts and agree that it means certain things, right? That's what an NFT is. We all agree we're assigning value to this art. You know what I'm saying? It's not it doesn't grow out the ground. Like, it's not a tree. It's a thing that we just create. And we all say, you know, this is worth 0.3 ETH. Let's start the floor at that. And everybody's like, yeah, it's 0.3 ETH. You know what I'm saying? I love that. So it's like, this is human evolution at its finest where we at right now. Now we're in a space to where creativity can reign supreme. And here's the thing, like, we can assign utility to it, of course. We all hear the stories, but I feel like the wave is going to be assigning things to it that is beneficial to people in a meaningful way. In a meaningful way.
The physical, especially for our people, like, I like metaphysical and then physical, right? And, you know, the word meta, you know, meaning beyond, or some people call it depth in Hebrew. But the beyond aspect, beyond the physical realm, is important because we live in a very materialistic society where I believe that we over-implicate value on things because they are material, right? And we become materialist, right? Our cars, our clothes, our shoes, the purses, all of these things are material. So we establish value on something because it has physical mass. Right. But the most valuable things are immaterial. Spirit, knowledge, you understand me, the soul. These are immaterial, valuable things that we can't live without, right? So for me, it's not about, and of course, the non-fungible token and this technology of smart contracts is not purely based on, you know, just an immaterial connection, because at the end of the day, it's a software, it's a technology that you can utilize, right, to change business models, to change
So I just want to just chime in just as this conversation just begins to like this duration of the video. But one thing that Mike Rashid had touched on earlier, he just touched on like it's just human evolution in terms of we all agree that this item is valuable and being able to like look at ideas to where somebody will be like, I have this idea, I have this vision, and then they'll be able to put it out there and then people will identify with the value that you're putting out there and say, okay, yeah, that's valuable too. The fact that these NFT and blockchain technology allows for somebody to have something in their mind that they want to bring out to the world, but they necessarily might not be able to do it on their own, but they could crowdsource it on a global scale. Like this is technology that's never been done before, and like the history of our evolution. So in terms of just how product or service or value is created, just when its purest form, when it's in its infant stages, like that's what's so crazy and like the part of human evolution that they're referring to as far as different elements in the space. Well, let's go further with this video.
Change standards in industries and to make whatever you're trying to do more effective, right? And create more efficient ways to get things done.
Right.
So same thing how internet changed media.
Right.
So for me, it's about looking at it from the larger picture. And when it's metaphysical, you can go in your imagination and create whatever you will. You can design whatever you want to. It's now possible to do it because this blockchain technology has created a platform where the creators just need to design more. I was talking with my guy from Africa, sitting down with him. He showed me a brilliant app that he got coming out. I mean, amazing, better than anything I've seen. And I'm explaining to him my ideas. He's like, oh man, I'm blown away. He like, but Keys, I need you to write them down. He said, whatever you write down, we will do. Right? He won't be able to take the message and explain it and all of that way I do. But my bro Idris, I had this conversation with him. He said, Keys, you are already a designer. You're already a developer because you have the creative agency. You understand me? You're a visionary. So like you have to just.
I wanted to speak to that as far as like visionaries and being the idealist and being creative just in this space, you know, because for the adopt to be in this space at this early, at this rate, you have to have, in my opinion, you have to have some level of creativity in you or be able to see or build on top of somebody's creative infrastructure in terms of suggestions to be able to make the product better. You have to see an opportunity to where somehow you can extend your skill set to better, just because this entire NFT ecosystem is not really mapped out. Like 98% of this map has not been completed yet. So it's going to take the creative, the idealists, the thinkers, the people that can come up with like 5 ideas in 5 minutes. It's going to take those type of people to really jumpstart this industry. And like, I think that's something that's not talked about enough, is having that element and thinking of ideas in different patterns. Because once the idea is put in place and it shows that it works, then that's going to allow the mass influx because they have a pattern or some traceability or some gauge to go off of. That's when mass adoption will come. But if you're the one creating the pattern, you have to have a level of innovation and ideas and perspective in you already, because the pattern has not yet to be created. But let's keep watching.
Have the ability to design the concepts, right, and then instruct whether it's the machine or the person to get it done. So we've entered into a new stage where being a designer is being the most creative, but having the ability to actually write out your designs and instruct them in project management is key. Those are some of the most valuable new skill sets in society that people are not establishing under their belt. You understand me? And as black men, we have to do that. As any man, they have to do that if they want power in their culture, whether you're the red man or brown man or yellow. Creativity is key.
It is, man. And it makes life so much more fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it ain't boring, you know. Why does life have to be boring? You know what I mean?
But most of this system we got lame as hell.
Yeah.
Like, look at the building. You walk down the street, you wouldn't design the world the way it looks. It's not colorful, it's straight lines, it's square. You wouldn't design this crap.
That's why I appreciate Kanye so much. I appreciate that, brother. You know what I'm saying? I went to his show when he did the one with Drake. I was like...
Yeah, I was there too.
I was like, okay. I see you. I see you.
Yeah, cause he's a rebel. You understand me? And he has the type of courage to where he don't mind being a disruptor.
Yeah, so I was wanted to also touch in on Kanye. I know Kanye, I definitely appreciate him as well, just like, because he always thinks and goes against the grain. He's always outside the box in terms of his thinking, and like, he wants to color like outside the lines, so to speak. And, you know, that's something that you look for in terms of that's how trends are started. Just people having, no, I want to look at it this way. I'm going to go sit on this side of the room. And then eventually that becomes cool. Because like most people are just followers, but we don't have enough leaders or not enough people that speak out and become that rebel. And like also just into the point that yeah, life doesn't have to be boring. Your days don't have to repeat. You don't have to live for like the status quo. If you're in a certain situation, just whatever you're going through, just having an element to where no, I could do something about this. I could change my life. And NFTs and crypto is a gateway and a possibility for that. That's a real possibility as long as you study, get into the right projects, network, build your brand, just whatever project that you're building in the ecosystem. So yeah, life doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be a certain element to be like, okay, this is what society's norm is, so this is the standard I have to live at. That's not true, but let's keep going.
Because his mind don't think inside the line.
Right.
You understand me? He recently had a post was talking about NFTs, and he said, I'm focused on real things. And real products, real food, real whatever. He said at the moment, basically said, don't ask me about NFTs right now. Right? That was the end of it. Because I'm sure surrounding him, people trying to get him in the Bored Ape Yacht Club and all these other little clubs and do all of this stuff.
Like, no thanks. I feel him, because I wouldn't want to do what everybody else is doing anyway.
Nah. Now, don't get me wrong, I talked about this on my last episode, that there was, I think 2014, there was a coin, right? It was a cognac, right? And it was made by these developers that was making a coin after Kanye's likeness. Mm-hmm. But they did it in tangent with the joke connected to South Park. So when Kanye heard about it, he had his lawyer shut it down. Mm-hmm. The thing about that moment in time, though, if instead he would have collaborated with them people, he would have had one of the top 3 coins right now. Because all of them coins that was out, I think it was like the 4th coin that was out at that time, all of them are $1 billion coins, $1 billion market caps. So I seen a lot of people saying, well, I'm with Ye on this. I said, no, you're not. He a billionaire.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
No, you're not with Ye on this.
Right.
You should be with I want to utilize whatever technology
that's the problem
to build out my physical assets.
That's the problem with people blindly following. Like, listen, I am a huge fan of Kanye West.
Yeah.
His music.
Love it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into his personal life and his political view. I don't care. He wasn't introduced to me as a political pundit.
Right.
I don't care about that. I don't care what. He's free to think whatever he want to think and vote whatever. I don't care. People can't separate, like they like somebody, attach themselves to somebody, so everything that person is on, they got to be on. Like,
well, see, people don't.
Yeah, so that's something that I definitely resonate with. Somebody, if you like somebody, every representation of that person, you got to identify with everything they do. And I'm just like, in my opinion, I feel like it's impossible to like agree on somebody 100%. Otherwise, you wouldn't be your own person. So there's going to be things that you agree with and things that you don't agree with. The majority of different things, music, taste, or whatever, as far as different thoughts, political views, whatever, most of that you might identify with that person because you like people that are like similar to you. But there's you're not going to agree with everybody 100% of the time. But I feel like in society, we had this unrealistic viewpoint that we have to do that. Like we can't separate one element of our life from the next element of our life. But I'm going to keep going.
Don't understand that all that other stuff is frenzy to create energy and attention around his ability to garner that attention and produce mass profits.
Right.
A woman told me, she said, well, Keys, he didn't make, when I made that comment, I said, you ain't with yet, he got $1 billion. He said, well, he didn't get his billions off NFTs and digital land. But I said, wait a minute. He got his money off streaming music, which is digital product, right? And shoes. And now he has the ability to go buy any physical asset that he wants to on the planet. Right. So you can't tell me that you're not going to utilize your creative agency and ability to use technology to go buy physical assets.
Right.
Right? Because you saying that, oh, you want to focus on the real world. When the real world is meta and physical. It's
Right.
metaphysical. We all connected.
Yeah.
You can't see the spirit, can't see the mind. But it operates everything in our consciousness.
We don't know if our consciousness continues when this shell cracks.
Right.
But we know this shell will crack.
Yeah.
So, that, you know, people just don't think. They don't really have any foresight, insight to think about these things.
Yeah.
Like this, everything is real. The NFT is real, just like a thought is real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, people got to really stop being so limited in thought and stop being so quick to speak, too. You know what I'm saying? Fall back and think about it for a minute.
Yeah, that's something that I identify with as far as I'm not always quick to speak. I'm always, you know, really quick to like listen. You know, I much rather listen to somebody, and you know, I always put it into practice to never cut somebody off when somebody's speaking, just because you never know, there might be one small sentence that they say that could change your life. And you know, I'm always looking for that, and that's something that's a practice in me, that like having that listening aspect of it, that's something that's not adopted as much as we need in society. But yeah, just doing the review. I don't know if the video is finished.
Yo, I'm big
It look like
man.
it
We doing
is.
blockchain things over here.
But anyway, just gonna go ahead and end this video. Just doing a reaction video to Mike Rashid 19 Keys Value of NFTs. This is Stu from Stu TV. Cover all things blockchain, metaverse, crypto, NFTs. I'm gonna make opportunities in the space. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.